Hey there, vinyl community, it's Joel, and I'm coming at you with a Def Leppard box set. And it's an unusual box set because it's the singles for Hysteria, and they're on 7-inch vinyl. And this was just released in November of 2018. I was looking up YouTube videos for this, and no one has done an unboxing yet that I could find. So I thought I'd put this up pretty quick because people might be interested in this with some extra Christmas cash they might have gotten for the holiday season. So it comes in this nice little box here, which I'm opening. And Def Leppard, when they put out Hysteria, they actually released vinyl singles, and I think they released 7. And when you put them all together, such as this here, like if you put all the singles together, they formed like a little puzzle. And the puzzle piece was never, like the whole puzzle was never completed. So if you buy the originals, you can't put the puzzle together, which was actually makes the cover of the Hysteria album. And Def Leppard, after I guess 30 years, because I think Hysteria came out maybe 87, 88. So after 30 years, they were like, well, let's finish this off, and that's how this box set arrived. Here's an image of the original 7-inch singles, and you can see there's 2 missing, top and bottom left. And I'm going to show you my collection. So I put these together, made the puzzle piece. You can see there's all 9 vinyl albums there now, plus the Animal single in white on the far left. And it did take them 30 plus years to finally get to this, and I appreciate this because it just really appeals to the collecting or the collector nature in me. And I think what held them up, at least in the booklet, so there's a little booklet here that comes with it, and you have an introduction by Joe Elliott. He said what held them up was when they released the singles, they didn't want to put a B-side of a song off of Hysteria on the B-side. So they had to come up with new songs, and they just didn't have time to come up with 2 new songs in the studio because they're just busy with touring. And if you know Def Leppard, it took them so long between Pyromania and Hysteria and then Adrenalized to put out an album. 4 or 5 years isn't that long now, but back then it was an eternity if you're a huge fan. I'm just going to show you the different vinyl issues here, vinyl albums here. Of the 2 new songs that were released, so there's going to be 10 albums in here in total, I think. We'll count them as we go. But the 2 previously unreleased singles are Excitable and Love and Affection. And these are all on 100-gram vinyl too, so they're quite heavy. So here's the first one. A-side is Women. B-side is Tear It Down. And that's a label. They're all the same label, so I'll just show you one out of the box. And forgive me, I'm not that familiar with the Hysteria album. I did have it, so I don't know what songs are on the album. I know Women is, but I don't know if Tear It Down is on the album. Probably seems silly for me to buy the Hysteria album and not know. But I'll tell you why I don't know the Hysteria album that well. Well, it was a huge success. I only know the hits from the radio, and I did have the cassette, but my cassette only was weird. My cassette side A and side B were the same, so I just heard the same songs over and over again. So I don't know what is on side B. I didn't really have enough money at the time to buy a new cassette because I got the cassette quite young when I was a kid, and I didn't have a job at the time. And then I bought when I was getting into music, I bought Martin Popoff's The Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal, and he's world famous among metal fans who follow Martin Popoff. He's been writing for 20 plus years, 25 years. This came out in 96, I think. But his first book, Riff Kills Man, came out in 93. So he's been writing for 25 years about metal. You can view more of him on his website. And he's got he works with bunch of other people for Banger TV. I'll leave a link below. But he gave Hysteria a 0. So he gave Pyromania a 7 and he gave Hysteria a 0. So after seeing that 0, I kind of shied away from listening to Hysteria until now. I like the music, so I want to give Hysteria another chance. There's just the backside. I don't know if I showed the backside to that first single. And the second single we have is for Animal. And the B-side is I Want to Be Your Hero. Third album is again Animal. And the backside is the same. But if I look at the vinyl, the B-side is Tear It Down. So we got two repeats here. We got Animal repeated and we got Tear It Down repeated. Number 4 is Hysteria. Probably my favorite Def Leppard song, actually. And I grew to appreciate this. B-side is Ride Into the Sun. I grew to appreciate Hysteria quite a bit because of the duet they did with Taylor Swift. And I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan. She comes up on my video blogs here once in a while, my video reviews once in a while, but I just hearing her sing with Def Leppard just made that song stand out to me for some reason. I prefer that version a little better. I don't know why. It's weird. Number 5, we got Pour Some Sugar on Me, probably their biggest hit. And then Ring of Fire, which I haven't heard yet. I don't think it's a Johnny Cash cover because this has credits of Clark, Colin, Elliott, Lang, and Savage. So if it was the Johnny Cash version, it'd be someone other than Def Leppard writing it. Then number 6, we have Love Bites. And on the B-side, we have Billy's Got a Gun Live. And then disc 7 is Armageddon, another huge hit. And then Release Me, performed and produced by Stumpus Maximus and the Good Old Boys. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's just a Def Leppard fake band. If you're a Def Leppard fan, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to do some research, a little more research on this after. Again, this just came an hour ago. And I just wanted to get it out there before Christmas. Just in case you're out there for Boxing Day and you got some money in your hands and you wanted to buy this. I bought it, I picked it up for 93 Canadian. And I knew it would probably come down in price. But this is something I've just wanted for a while. I don't know why. It's silly that I want to get it just because it makes a little puzzle. But I'm just a slave to marketing, I guess. Disc 8, we have Rocket. And on the B-side, we have Women Live. Disc 9, we have the new single, Excitable. This was written by Clark, Colin, Elliott, Lang, and Savage. And then side B, we have Run Riot. And then our final track here is Love and Affection. Again, written by Elliott, Lang, Clark, Colin, and Savage. And side B is Don't Shoot Shotgun. That pretty much wraps it up. The box is empty. Again, you get this nice little booklet. And you get the satisfaction of making a little puzzle out of this. I'm just going to show you the booklet one more time. So it just includes all the single variants that are out there existing. So I'll just say for one, this was the US release, this was the Japan release. Tells you the chart position. So in UK, which was released November 23rd, 1987 for Hysteria, the UK release I'm talking about, it reached 26. And then they'll talk about the promotional copies. In Canada, where I am, 13 is where it reached. So that unwraps the boxing of Def Leppard, the vinyl singles. Don't forget to like or subscribe or hit the little alerts button. I generally do a review of some albums I picked up, just showing them so you know what you're kind of getting before you buy it. Sometimes I talk about the album, sometimes I totally forget, and I'm just enamored with what the cover art is. But if you like Def Leppard, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, 70s, 80s, 90s rock bands, you might dig my channel. Anyway, take care. Bye now.